What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is April Marie, and today I'll be chopping it up with Dewan Hernandez. How are you doing today, Dewan?
I'm great. I'm great.
That's good. I'm happy to hear. Where are you at? It looks so clean.
I'm in Miami right now.
Nice. How's Miami?
It's great. It's hot right now, but it's great.
It's humid like the valley, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That makes me happy to hear. And it's so funny that you're in Miami because you were just there for the bubble. So, what was the entire bubble experience like for you?
It was my second bubble, so I got pretty used to it. I pretty much expected it to go exactly the way it was the first time, and it was. But the experience was great, man. You know, you get to lock in for 2 months on just strictly basketball, and that's always a pleasure to do. Because a lot of times you can't do that.
Right. Yeah, and this was 24/7. A lot of players were actually comparing it to an AAU tournament. So, what was the most memorable experience or moment about the bubble?
The most memorable moment. I don't really know, man. Just being able to play basketball 24/7. I don't know. The most memorable, maybe when I got traded to the Rio Grande Valley, just having been in the same hallways out. Sorry, when I was being traded to Rio Grande Valley, just I stayed in the same room. I didn't change rooms, so I was still next to all my old former teammates.
Wow. Is that a little awkward or how does that happen? Or just people are used to it because it comes with the business?
Right. It's a little. It's not really awkward, but we all expect it because this was the business. No bad relationships or anything.
Oh, that's awesome. And you ended up being one of the older players on our Vipers roster since this was one of the most younger teams that we've had. What type of leadership role did you then take?
Man, I just tried to use the knowledge I have of basketball and just try to be a leader when I was out there on the court and just around the younger guys that was new to the league.
Oh, that's wonderful. And on the topic of bubbles, I wanted to get your input on this. Of course, the NCAA March Madness tournament just ended, but before it even began, there was a lot of scrutiny around the NCAA, primarily on social media, in large part due to the large differences between the women's bubble and the men's bubble. What are your thoughts on the NCAA continuing to overlook women athletics in comparison to men's?
I think it's more to it than that right there. It really goes back to being when like NCAA not paying players. It's just not fair. Being the fact that the NCAA doesn't pay players, they should treat women sports just as equal as men's sports.
And I think the same could be actually said for the WNBA, right? The WNBA draft is tonight, and I feel like they're another group of women who are consistently having this conversation as when it comes to pay. Are your thoughts similar to WNBA as they are in NCAA?
Oh man, they should for sure get paid more. They risking their bodies. They're spending all their time on basketball to get better on their craft. So they should definitely get paid more than what they do for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. But let's talk a little bit about your pro career. So you were drafted 59th overall in the 2019 NBA draft, which means you've now been a pro for 2 years. What grade do you give yourself thus far?
This far, nowhere near where I want to be, so I'm going to give myself an F.
And
So for sure, yes.
that's a little harsh.
You got to be hard on yourself to get better and to be better.
And what would you say is the grade that you would like to give yourself by the end of the year? What is your goal
To be at a C.
at a C? And what do you feel like is it going to take to get there?
Just opportunity. That's all. Just the chance to be on the floor.
Do you feel like it has a lot to do with being at the right place at the right time, or that has nothing to do with it?
Oh, that's has a lot to do with it. You're in the right place at the right time, under the right eyes. Your whole life could change, really.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I feel like that's it's like that in a lot of careers when it comes to the sports world. But you did have the opportunity to spend earlier in your career some time with the Raptors. Do you feel like your game evolved during your time with them?
For sure. I mean, we my first year, before I got hurt, even after I got hurt, we did a lot of development, just of just changing my game of what the now NBA game is like.
And what kind of those, or what were some of those changes?
Just like the reading the court, like when you're on the court, knowing what to do when you're in certain situations. Just and then the overall skill set.
And did you have a favorite teammate when you were with the Raptors?
Yeah, my favorite teammate was Terrence Davis.
And
And
why?
Yeah, and O'Shea Brissett, both of those two.
And why them?
I mean, we was together at the G League Combine, the crazy thing, and then we all got called up to the NBA Combine,
Wow.
and then we all ended up on the Raptor. So we all had connections from that prior summer pre-draft. We're just going through it, and it was lucky to be on the same team. I mean, I doubt you ever see anything like that again.
Oh yeah, I feel like that in itself is rare. So that sounds like a relationship that you'll have for many years to come. So I definitely have to ask you this. What is it like getting back into the league during a global pandemic? And what type of versatility do you feel like you can offer an organization?
Um, Getting back into the league during this pandemic, you just got to stay ready. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to work on your craft and stay in shape, and then obviously staying away from other people so you don't get the virus. Because the best ability is to be available. So, and then my versatility, what I could bring to a game, man. I'm a guy that could guard every position. I could knock down shots. I could finish at the rim. I'll just fit into basically any system.
That's huge. And I think a lot of NBA teams are looking for players like that, players that they can just pick up from one day to another and there's no hesitation, right? They put you out on the court and you end up delivering. You definitely showcase that during the bubble. So that's why I have to ask you next then, what's next for you?
Right now, we just sitting around waiting. Hopefully, I could get a 10-day or a two-way towards it. Well, it's the end of the season. It's only like a month left, but we just sitting around waiting right now.
And do you feel like that really tests your patience?
I mean, of course, it tests your patience. No one wants to sit at home and just watch it when you want to be doing it.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, Dewan, I know for a fact that you are going to surprise a lot of people. You made a huge impact during your time with the Vipers. Hopefully, we get to see you next season, but we definitely hope to see you also in the NBA once again. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today. I know you're super busy, so thank you.